What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. I'm with two fans of the channel here. Say hello, Jackson.
Hello, guys.
And Jackson also wanted to introduce the team that we're running today.
Okay, here we have Deoxys versus Steelix versus Mandibuzz.
Amazing job. All the Pokemon on the team are battling each other, and it's going to be a fun video. So, guys, thanks for joining me in the intro, and I'll catch you later.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. See ya in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we got some help with the channel introduction for the video, and it's time. Apparently, all three of our Pokemon on this team are battling each other, but we are going to see how they prevail. We've got a strong team here. So Steelix, on a serious note, with the new addition of Breaking Swipe to its moveset, is now more of a meta pick, and we're going to swap Deoxys here. Or, sorry, not swap. Our opponent swapped out. We're going to chip the Shadow Gligar with Cycle Boost, then swap out. And with Mandibuzz, I think Dark Pulse is actually recommended now because you have a bit of a harder hitting move to go with Aerial Ace. I ran Foul Play here, so I didn't really think about it too much, but I think either is fine. And if you look at like the PV Poke simulations, I'm sure you'll find some pros and cons to running Dark Pulse with Aerial Ace. One note, if you guys do try out this team, is Aerial Ace, despite getting buffed, is still less energy efficient than Foul Play. So Foul Play, you're still getting more bang for your buck, but Aerial Ace, you're going to be able to pace to a little bit faster. Here, Mandibuzz is walled off against Carbink. Not where Mandibuzz wants to be, but this game is over because we have the alignment we want, and we're going to be able to get our Steelix on the Carbink. And I forget what the lead was. Was it Medicham? I think it was Medicham, right? So I'm just being a little bit careful here. So even though we're in a commanding position and we resist everything, we are going to make sure to build up extra energy. That way, if I throw here and he swaps, I can still threaten the Medicham with a move. I'm going for Psychic Fangs because it hits for neutral as opposed to double resisted with the Breaking Swipe. Here, I'm being conscious of the fact that Medicham might hard swap in. Another Moonblast connects. And I build up, so I'm just one Dragon Tail shy of the next Psychic Fangs. We land it. In comes Medi, and I'm going to Breaking Swipe here. Now, this is where, like, I was thinking Knowledge kind of becomes next level. Like, I wasn't sure in this situation if there was a better option for Breaking Swipe or Psychic Fangs. Like, if I Breaking Swipe, are the counters doing less damage than they otherwise would be to Deoxys? Or, like, are they still doing the same? As opposed to, like, if I Psychic Fangs, am I doing one more damage per counter? Or would it be doing the same? So those are, like, some interesting tidbits. I wonder if anyone in the comments, you guys are oftentimes asking me for tips on, like, matchups and stuff. But if anyone in the comment could give me a tip on that, I'd appreciate it. Like, understanding kind of a break in bulk point when it comes to debuffs. If there's a way to go about learning that. Because with a Pokemon like Steelix, that could really be game-changing, like knowing that type of thing. And that's the thing with this game, man, is every time someone's like, yeah, it's RPS, it's so lead dependent, there's only so much skill involved, it's luck-based, like, I kind of beg to differ. I think there's a lot of different strategy that goes into it, and of course there is a luck element, but in all Pokemon games, right, there's going to be a luck element, and I think skill definitely trounces that in the overall scheme of things. DD into Poliwrath. They swap in Wigglytuff, the Wiggles. And we are going to Cycle Boost and Dip. That's what we've done so far, both games. Cycle Boost and Dip. Now, one thing I should mention was Shadow Steelix stealing the show. I always love that as a reference. I think you may be better off running Earthquake with Breaking Swipe because you don't want to get walled off by things like Registeel, by things like Galarian Stunfisk. However, I was kind of just testing out the double debuff moves. And with this team, I don't know. I feel like it kind of makes sense And now we have the double Psychic Fangs, which is pretty nice for the Poliwrath. And the Poliwrath user was probably a little bit afraid of a potential Earthquake, so that's why they shielded the first, because theoretically, you would want to take the first and shield the second if you're going to shield one of them. We come in with DD. At this point, I'm a little bit concerned that it's double Charm. And if it is indeed double Charm, I do need to preserve some health on my Deoxys, so I actually just commit to a counter down. I wasn't quite sure on my counts here, but I thought maybe he was only at Ice Punch. So I take it on the chin, and in is a Venusaur. So we were a little bit concerned of double Charm. It was quite the contrary. Mandibuzz had a very good matchup in the back against this grass poison type. And we are going to take the dub here. Opponent is out of here. Let me know in the comments what Pokemon you guys are liking so far since the new updates. I've been liking Shadow Gligar a lot. Shadow Steelix has been really fun. Mandibuzz, super good. Deoxys Defense, like, I know it didn't really get changed, but it seems to be doing pretty well in this new meta. We get a decent lead, and our opponent swaps Drapion, and here I end up misplaying. You're going to see I Thunderbolt, and then I go into Mandibuzz, but this is just like kind of an inefficient way, I think, to play this, because I had to expend all that energy on DD, and then I am going to have to expend 2 Aerial Aces anyway. So it's like, I feel like I probably would have been better off going Steelix here, especially because as they reveal Sludge Bomb, they don't have Aqua Tail, most likely, right? So Steelix would have done pretty solid there. Probably only would have needed 1 Breaking Swipe, maybe like eat 1 Crunch. At worst, eat 2 Crunches. And then I would have had energy. But to be honest, maybe it wouldn't have mattered, because Azu in the back is kind of rough. It's kind of rough. So we're in a pretty bad situation. And we get Hydro Pumped, adding insult to injury. I figure he might try and catch on Venu. So I was being a little patient, or maybe I wasn't. I threw at a weird time there. I think that was on alignment. So Rai's making all the mistakes in the world this game. I do get off a Psycho Boost here before going down, so that's something. If I can grab the last shield, maybe gives us a chance, but no. Opponent was on point with their counts. And now it's like, where the heck do I go from here? This is where Steelix could have really benefited from Earthquake. But we're going to come in. We've got double Aerial Ace loaded. And our opponent, CMP, ties us here. Debating if I want to expend my shield or not. I decided not to. He play rough, so he does reveal he doesn't have Ice Beam, which is at least something. I do shield up just to respect the Hydro Pump. The problem is Venusaur has stored energy, so it's just really unlikely that we're going to be able to close this out. So Venusaur, I want to say, is like 5 off. So now 3 off. And I go for the Psychic Fangs. He takes it. And I throw again, but it's really not going to matter. And here, like, I think I do barely live the Frenzy. So I was wondering if I, like, farm down. Was there any way I get to 2? But let's see. We eat the Frenzy. We're super low. And I don't know. Let's say I still needed 2 anyway, so I don't think that made a difference. And also, I don't think Psychic Fangs even killed the Azu. So that was an awkward game. It seemed like we could have played that better in a few spots. I think the major thing we could have done differently that game was greeting the Drapion with our Steelix. Even if we Thunderbolted and then dipped, or if we just went Steelix instantaneously, I think that was the better play. I don't think swapping Mandibuzz to greet the Drapion was the play. And in addition to that, we just don't really have a great Azu answer on this team. So if someone's already commented, Rise, what do you do against Azu? You saw there, Azu was tough if we can't align it with the DD. We lead against Chesnaught here. All 3 of our Pokemon have play against Chesnaught, but it also has play against both of our lead and our back Pokemon. He swaps DD. I go Mandibuzz. Pretty quick on the swap is nice because it's going to definitely make sure we get to 2 foul plays before he could ever get to 2 Thunderbolts. And then some. So going to just throw on good timing here. And I was quick enough where I feel like I can definitely do 1 Snarl and then throw. As you see, that does a little bit over half the remaining health. So I was pretty confident that this next foul play will knock out, which will be nice to get rid of DD. He actually shields, which surprises me a little bit. I don't know what's in the back, you know, so could be like a Swampert or something. Maybe we want to keep switch. So I do one Snarl. Maybe I could have settled for Aerial Ace here. I feel like he probably would have barely hung on to Aerial Ace, and maybe one more Snarl would have knocked out. But we just get rid of it with Foul Play. I kind of disregard my timing here and just want to get off this Aerial Ace as soon as possible. Double super effective damage. Boom! Does all that. In comes a Water Gun Lantern. This is a little bit scary. So I am going to Foul Play and then go DD and Thunderbolt right away. And at this point, I'm putting it all on the back of Steelix. I am concerned that Chesnaught has a superpower loaded. So at this point, I'm like, how the heck do I play this out? I let it go, and I'm going to pray that Steelix can get rid of Lantern without having to expend the shield. So you see the Dragon Tails chunking away. This is tough. This is a non-debuffed Surf. Super effective, but I feel like I have to take it because I know Superpower would do more. I go for the Breaking Swipe right away. Want to debuff that damage. And we actually get the farm down. He swapped, so I don't know if he was still like one short potentially there. And when he swapped, like he ate the Dragon Tail before he could get off the Superpower. But a close game. And we find a way to win. Next battle, here we go. Breezy, terrific battler, always a leaderboarder. Dragonair. I'm always concerned with Dragonair leads because they tend to have like RPS backlines. A lot of people just try and force switch advantage with Dragonair and then align things how they want in the back. So I'm always afraid it's going to be like Bastiodon Medi. Because imagine if this was Bastiodon Medi. Bastiodon comes in here, Medi in the back for our Steelix. We just lose. But he's staying in. And then he comes in with Politoed, so I'm like, okay. That is good for us. Foul Play lands. I am aware that he's probably running Ice Beam, but I felt like Mandibuzz probably lives in Ice Beam from this range. So we're going to keep on farming, I'm like, do I live in Ice Beam? I think I probably do. Let's see how much it does. Ice Beam connects. Does quite a bit. And then here again, I just disregard timing to get off my Foul Play before the Weather Ball. Sometimes throwing on alignment is the play. And this is pretty good because now we're going to get our Steelix on the Dragonair. Dragonair Dragon Breaths down. In comes Steelix. And there is a Sableye in the back. And my instincts are almost like he swaps, I swap. But I avoided those instincts. And now I just stay in and should be in a pretty comfortable spot. We're going to shield up the first, I would assume, here. Since we can get off our another Breaking Swipe before the next Foul P. Going to get off the Breaking Swipe here. We grab a shield. And I don't really feel like I need to shield at this point since he's double debuffed. Steelix, those Dragon Tails, man, just chunking through. We have the Breaking Swipe loaded. And it's a CMP tie. I will shield to respect the Aqua Tail. That would knock us out. And this Breaking Swipe, super effective damage, will knock out the Shadow Dragonair. And we take a win. I think there might be one more battle. Let's see. Might be one more battle. Or not. That's a 4-1 set, ladies and gentlemen. With Shadow Steelix stealing the show. And Deoxys and newly buffed Mandibuzz with that cheaper energy cost Aerial Ace helping out. We catch a Sneasel for our troubles. And we start the season 12-2 overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shadow Steelix, super fun. Couple of debuff moves that allow it to really wreak havoc as a closer in certain situations and make things difficult for your opposition. Hope you also enjoyed the introduction from my my two fans that were here for a meetup in person, apparently for a family thing, and it was funny. It's fun. Them like I gotta say I tidied up my stream room before people were visiting this weekend, and it is absolutely torn to pieces, but it's all worth it because they seem to really enjoy a lot of the plushies and stuff from Japan that I had. So it's pretty cute, and I enjoy it. So all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.